sure that we're actually live. Let's make sure we're actually live and that
Yeah, I'm waiting on it
no
to
screen is
flash
still.
over at his. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if it's still doing his thing or not.
It's still showing kill screen is kill.
Damn you. Damn you, kill
Oh,
screen.
exited host mode. There we go.
Awesome. So we're
Now
taking back over. Now I can edit the thing real quick here.
5, 4, 3. Jesus, that's loud. 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where a priest had an echo and panicked and got really quiet.
Fine, baby.
We have your Barcast bartenders for this evening. I have an on pencil.
Fuck everyone and everything except for you. You're okay.
Matic Otaku.
Am I the okay one?
Flamin' Warfer.
Guten Abend.
Milk.
I'm not dead.
And my name is Flutter Priest. This week we have a very special guest that has been requested many a time on the joke that they never speak. Well, if Seattle's Angels hasn't proven it, we're here to prove it today. We have the wonderful Lise Eclaire.
Hey guys and girls.
Oh God! Lise talked! Everyone freak out!
You fools! You mess with the natural order!
You can hold that for longer than you stop.
Only for special occasions.
Oh, anyway, if this is your first time tuning to Barcast, welcome. We are a user-submitted podcast where our watchers ask for the people to come on and be interviewed, and then they also ask the questions and make that same guest miserable. It's a lot of fun. We hope you guys have some fun too. So if you have questions, go ahead and post them in the chat. And if there are other questions, they have been posted on FemFiction in our group.
I will post a link in the chat.
And of course, we have the wonderful Anon Pencil, who will be watching the stream to see if there are any questions. Pencil, what's an example of a question you will not ask our guest?
Well, honestly, I'm not going to get too personal today. If you start getting intrusive about our guests' line of work or where they live or their family and stuff, I'm not going to ask that. So don't get too personal, guys. Other than that, I'm willing to ask a lot of things today. Just don't always expect answers. Lise can be quietly snarky sometimes, so expect that.
On occasion.
Let's jump right in and let's have a good time. Of course, we also have a drinking word. The word is think for this week because I think we need to drink.
Yeah, everybody get your drinks out. It's gonna happen.
So,
oh dear.
Question number 1. Lise, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do for the fandom?
I have no idea. I attempt to write, and that's it, more or less.
You write a lot, actually. You write a lot of really fun stuff.
Yeah, well, it appears that way, but actually I haven't even been able to reach 2,000 words per day.
You'll get there, though.
Yup, hopefully.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you've also participated in a lot of write-off events, and I believe you've done pretty darn well in most of them.
Yeah, I've done a few, and actually that's how we met for the first time.
It's true.
Yup, we shared the podium. And I can't even remember what the topic was. It was something to do with time. But
yes, time heals most wounds.
Yes,
I remember that. Yeah.
So, second question: how did you get into the pony?
Define pony, because I started with first generation.
Woo!
Ooh,
yeah.
So you started with the first generation of ponies and just enjoyed everything? Or...
well, it's a bit complicated because especially at the time and even now, I am collective. I watch anything I could get my hands on, and if I can't, I skip it. So I watched Cartoon Network illegal copies. Well, when I say illegal, I mean at the time I don't think my country had a legal contract with Cartoon Network, so the cable company was sort of shifty.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
that wouldn't be your responsibility. That's the cable company.
Yeah, well, yeah, I might as well say if someone hasn't guessed by the accent, I'm from Eastern Europe, so at the time, 90s, 80s, things were a bit different.
So back then, you were that cool kid on the block that was staring at, going, "Look at this person watching American cartoons."
Well, actually, no, I went to watch at friends' places. But I watched G1 there, and it was a cartoon, meaning it moved, there were pictures, so it was good. And I almost skipped Friendship is Magic, because I was in crunch mode. That's, for those not aware, crunch means several months or up to occasionally an year or so. We're working up to 10, 11 o'clock and no weekends or holidays. So at that point, I skipped film fiction, series 4, and went back when it was in season 5. Season 5 had just started. So I had some vacation and I caught up and watched every single episode of Generation 4 in 1 week.
Wow.
Man, that's fast.
Yeah, I speed watch, meaning I skip the songs and the intros and the outros and stuff.
Do you skip all the songs in the middle though?
Well, if I don't like them, yes.
Oh wow. Then the Princess Twilight episode must have just skipped the whole thing.
Well, no, because that was a song I liked.
Fair.
That should
So-
also be included. Hold on. We should have another drinking word, and that's well. No.
Okay.
Do you
I think-
want to kill us?
Yes.
I think that sounds like a well and good idea.
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like it cannot backfire in any way, in my opinion.
Anyway.
So, next
Sipping
question,
on
please.
Kool-Aid cyanide. That sounds like a good idea.
You're used to it.
Next question, Lise.
Yep.
What is your favorite part of the fandom? The online community, the fanfics, cons, music?
Actually, I think it's the fanfics for the sheer massive numbers. The music is good because I like techno. Animations are good. Voice acting, the readings are good. The only thing I couldn't get in touch with, because there's no way for me to acquire them, is plushies. So,
You don't
Chicken-
have a plushie?
no, I do not, because there's no way for me to get one without
I'm
it
upset.
being misplaced in customs.
No,
That's it.
I'm upset. I will find a distributor in your home area and have it shipped from there. That way you don't have to deal with it.
Well, I use some connections to make myself something of a plushie, which the problem is, actually, Priest, you have my Twitter account, yes?
Yes, I do have your Twitter account.
Okay, can you scroll back to the very beginning? There's a picture of the only plushie-like thing I had custom made for me at the time. That's the only thing I own.
Okay, I will try and scroll through that and find that. But let's go to the next question just a second. If there's one thing you could say to your followers or
Well, only thing I can think of is I apologize.
Why? That's depressing.
God damn it.
oh,
I feel like Lise is now.
Why?
all right.
You're like the most innocent one out of all of us.
That's a huge assumption.
Lise is just very good at hiding their horribleness, I think. I say that with all the love. I hope you know that.
Yeah, Lise could be orchestrating the downfall of nations right now. And you'd be none the wiser, good sir.
I would not put that
Wow.
past Lise Eclaire.
Nah, it's always a possibility.
Lise is
but
currently
it's-
looking up LP plushies through the black market.
Ah, yes, I'm harvesting plushy. What do you put in plush? Cotton?
Yes.
I'm harvesting plushy cotton and selling it to third markets.
Beautiful.
Kind of like a Robin Hood type deal. Taking plushies from the rich and giving them to third world countries that need it.
Africa obviously needs plushies, right?
Oh yeah.
Moving on. Final interview question before we start jumping into stuff from the fans.
Yep.
Who is best pony?
Again, first gen or general?
No,
let-
first gen.
Well, of course, there's only one, Firefly.
Thank you. I thought if you were going to say lickety split, I was going to have to fight you. So, I hate her. Anyway,
What
Sorry.
are you saying that Spike is not best pony
Fuck
in general?
Spike. Fuck right off. Fuck right off.
Are you saying that Megan isn't best pony?
They aren't ponies. And also,
Yeah.
at the time, I had a preference for Danny because he had an idea what was going on.
But Danny was such an impetuous little shit, though.
Yeah, but he was cool and he had a baseball cap.
The only
Okay,
measure
okay,
of credence
now
in our society is a baseball cap. You heard it here first, ladies
I'm
and
just gonna
gentlemen.
get like 15 baseball hats and then wear them all at once and be like, "Is this good enough for you, Lise?"
And you know, Alex or something
the
is going to
baseball cap-
Photoshop
put the
baseball
baseball-
caps onto our pictures. You know that. That's going to
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
It's going to
That'd
happen.
be cool. Alex,
Alex-
will do that.
Alex, fund it. Make it happen.
Speaking of Alex, he's the first person in our set of questions and provided a photoshopped picture for us of the barbershop quintet.
Alex just said he's on it.
Oh,
Oh, God
Oh,
damn it.
God.
Alex,
What's
right
wrong
way
with my
up.
lips? My lips look weird.
Well, you are weird. So
Yeah,
let's jump
and
into
they
Alex's
go-
questions.
Yep.
Oh, God, you look horrifying.
So starting with question number one, you seem to be a person who enjoys video games as you watch all my streams, Lise. Do you have any Steam Summer Sale recommendations?
Not in the least.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, we got
Hot
ourselves a high
fire.
roller here.
Well, okay, maybe I should announce this. I work video games for a living, so it just there's so many of them. I cannot analyze and give any recommendations.
Well, let's take an even further step back. Do you think we should support AAA developers or indie developers?
Mm, whatever you prefer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
I do have a recommendation for you, though, Lise, because I've started playing the game. I need to
Yep.
find the title and give it to you. Please remind me.
Okay. I'll try to write it down somewhere, which is difficult at 2 a.m.
Other time, just remind me there's a game I need to tell you about. That's all.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
the
Will
tank
do.
dating simulator, right?
Oh dear.
That sounds weird.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
still searching for the anime based on that. Or actually vice versa. Yeah.
Oh, Girls and Panzer is amazing if that's what you're referring to.
Yep,
If you're talking about
that's
dating
what-
tanks, though, I have no idea what that anime is.
Well, it's Dating Tanks is pretty much based on Girls and Panzer.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna argue about that. Yeah, there was that one girl who wanted to do the tanks. So let's move on.
All right, let's go to number two. Also, now that Nighty has so shamelessly stolen the Barcast idea to have a Patreon, what do you think he'll steal next? Nighty's shrieking closet or wardrobe or whatever they have in England. Or maybe he'll write a story about cockatrice tits.
Hope he writes about
Ooh.
Christ tits. I hope he does.
I think he means he's
What?
gonna. I think they mean the shrieking water closet.
That's a difficult one. Well, There is a certain ring to the shrieking loo, but
It's a shrieking poo in a loo.
yeah, well, why not? Sounds logical. Has market
It's
value.
yeah, it's different. It offers something the others don't, which is streaming on a toilet.
Yeah, with the pinky
No.
raised. So
He'll
Yeah.
probably make the Nighty Night podcast.
The nighty
Oh,
night.
fuck off.
Oh.
How many times do you think he's heard that?
Too
Well-
many. We asked him that.
yep.
Oh gosh. I'll try to flash quickly through these questions. First to pencil. Alex asks, "Want to do some mannequin play?"
Okay. Not my fetish. So, unless that means you're going to stand real still and I'm going to put random clothes on you and ignore you, then nah, thanks.
Pencil, I think it was in reference to the game.
Yeah, in reference to detention.
That I actually got that and I was just making a horrible
Oh.
joke. That's fine.
To Flam,
Mm.
if someone was developing a horror game just to scare you, what sort of phobias would it target? What would really freak you out?
That's actually a really good question. And I don't have any phobias per se, other than the general human fear of like, like huge ass spiders and like cockroaches that fly for some reason.
Mm.
But to personally scare me, one thing that I'm very prone to nightmares anyway, so scary movies are like, even if they're bad, they're just terrible later on. But one thing that always gets me very unnerved is not things that are outright scary, like massacres by like Freddy and Jason or like monsters or something like that. No, it's things in a movie that could actually have merit in real life, things that could actually be plausible. So like for like paranormal stuff is a little interesting for me because Paranormal Activity sucked as a movie, but
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch Project was okay, but the only reason why stuff like that kind of doesn't really freak me out, but really kind of just gets me a little skittish and off edge is because I've had a little bit of experience with stuff like that, and it's not really that fun. I'll elaborate on that later if people want me to. But it's little things that make you think, which is why I think The Twilight Zone was like the best show ever, because shit freaked me out.
Thank you.
no
I'm
end.
sure Rod Serling would tip his hat to you.
Because that
Right,
shit made
so-
you think. And when it makes you think about something that could actually that could scarily happen, that's the most frightening. That's the most frightening to me.
Awesome. And I gotta love all the love for the Screaming Closet recently. I won't take too much time on this, but out on the YouTube channel, if you're watching this right now, Spooky's House of Jump Scares will continue out through the rest of the week. And then we'll have 2 weeks of the detention before we jump into Alien Isolation whenever we start recording on that. Also, I found that people have started to like buy and send me scary games to play on the closet. I don't want to pressure that, but I guess if someone sends me a game, we'll play it. So take that for what you will. Now, questions to Lise.
Yes.
Number 1, what is your funniest anecdote? What's a story that you'd like to share? Also, Flam, you are literally typing so loud.
I'm not actually, but okay, I'll turn the gain on my mic down.
It's creaking.
Oof, I have no idea. There is one issue, and this is, I'm not sure if it's a medical condition or not. I cannot remember any event after a certain amount of time unless it's linked to either work or a project. So I can't remember any anecdotes until someone pings the memory.
I was so sure you're going to say that you can't remember things past 5 minutes, because then I would have made a reference to Memento.
Why would you do
No.
this?
Now, it's in general, after 5 years, I'm almost certain to forget everything that's happened 5 years ago if I have no contact afterwards.
Oh.
I
Do you have
have
any
no-
story? No, go ahead.
Yep. I said I have no idea who my classmates were, except for one with which I'm still in touch. I have no idea who I was in university with, apart again from one person. And I have I still remember a few people from the army, but that's about it.
Oh wow. How about any stories in which you were highly intoxicated?
I have never consumed alcohol. Well, actually, that's not true. I used to drink alcohol until I became 13. Because of tradition, every New Year I had a sip of champagne with my parents.
Aw.
When
That's
I became
touching.
13, well, I stopped because I strongly disliked the taste.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, next question from Alex, which is rather long and ends with "What do you do?" So it's an actual question.
Here we go.
Is
One
it a
more-
vinyl question?
It's a
It-
kind of a violin question, I think.
Oh, I remember this one. Okay, go ahead.
One warm summer afternoon, you're a bit bored and feeling rather spontaneous, so you decide to fly the 4,000 miles or so to Nebraska to hang and spend the day with Priest. When you arrive 20 hours later, however, you are shocked to find his front door wide open. In fact, the splintered door frame makes it look as though it's been kicked in. Quickly, you run inside to see if he's okay, but there's blood everywhere. You're absolutely panicked. You dart into his living room and you see there a gruesome sight. Crouched ominously over Priest's slowly cooling corpse is Alex underscore. Just sticking their poorly cropped faces onto other things wasn't enough, he cries. I'm not creepy. Now you see what Alex has done to poor Priest's body. He has cut off his face and is crudely trying to sew it onto another corpse, although you don't recognize this victim. Oh my god, Alex, you shout. What the fuck have you done? But it seems as though all he can do is cry, I'm not creepy, I'm not creepy, over and over. The sound reminds you of the soundless, soulless cawing of a vulture as it circles above the rotting cow in the desert. What do you do?
I stop imagining.
Beautiful. Brilliant.
Just like, no more imagination for me today.
I've imagined enough up to this point.
Also, all I could hear the whole time is Alex, instead of saying I'm not creepy, just as he's doing this, going, it's not creepy, just like over and over again.
What, like a 90s pop song?
Oh, you haven't heard that song?
Actually, I don't think I have.
Friendship is witchcraft.
Witchcraft. It's a song about how Twilight wants to be romantically with her adopted brother, so because they're not related, it's okay and it's not creepy.
Yeah, I watched that, but I can't remember the song. It was the final episode, I think.
No, it was a parody.
Yeah, no, it was the final because they got a cease and desist afterwards.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll fucking here. It's I gave you my heart and then you turned around. That song.
Romantic Pony Dreams. Yeah.
I gave you my heart and then you turned
Oh,
around.
yeah, that one.
I always wanted my own brother.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
Nope, I might have skipped it.
Oh.
it's the best song. I love it so much. Anyway.
All right. Now we have questions from Chapped Penguin Lips. Number 1. Why don't you like hugs, sad face?
Because I believe they're personal.
Aw. That's actually really sweet. I think. That hugs are stuff.
I just hug everyone because everyone's special. Fuck it.
Special in our own way.
Or special with quotey fingers.
I have my own special bus. It's shorter than the others, though.
Yes,
Also,
you
no,
do.
scroll down.
That sounded so wrong, Enigma.
But so right.
Next question from Chapped is, what do you think of my boobies? And then he has 2 pictures, a picture of 2 boobies, like the bird.
Yes, the birds.
Blue-footed boobies.
Okay. Chapped, please look at their eyes and tell me, do you think those are at all living?
They are though.
I think they're stuffed.
No, they're those. I know the picture. Those are boobies, and they are alive.
So what are you saying is they're fake boobies?
I'm not answering that live. Nice try, Sauron.
All right. The next question is one that it's a pretty recurring theme because I was trying to be kind, and everyone was like, "What are you talking about? Lisa's horse famous."
No,
Why
I'm
did
not.
Priest refer to you as a rising star when you have so many followers, stories, and everyone loves you?
True.
Because Priest is kind.
Oh. No,
Damn.
you really had became like I want to make references. You're like the new awesome kid on the block when it comes to film fiction. Everyone loves you and everyone loves your story.
I'm pretty much like the +1.
And then Lise only sees the good in everyone, no matter how terrible they are.
That's not true. I have heard Lise sling some hella great insults against you, Enigma.
Beautiful.
Of
And
course.
me. But we probably deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, Pencil, at some point, which means after the cast, I'm going to show you a conversation of Enigma making very suggestive comments on something very innocent.
I
Perfect.
don't. Whoa, wait, what?
It sounds
don't
like
rem-
something he'd do.
Are you saying
don't re-
Enigma saw the baby?
Did I?
God
I don't
damn it,
remember what I
Priest.
said.
You made a comment on the Virgin story?
Oh, right, that comment.
Yes.
I'm excited for this.
I've
I
never
took a
heard such
screenshot, I
reverence in
think.
Enigma's voice until right now.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Anyway.
Questions from the other guy.
Yep.
And this is all in caps, so I've got to scream it, obviously. So.
Okay, here we go. Screaming Priest.
What is wrong with my cousins? We went to a water park when I noticed they had just gotten wet. So, as a true gentleman, I asked them if they'd like to do some water sport, but the little cunts just ran away while giggling. What the fuck? I thought they wanted to fuck.
Amazing.
I feel like one of these days when you do these yells, the police is going to show up later to check up on you.
So Lise, I have to ask, what is your response to this question?
Okay.
I mean, to tell you the truth, the only people I'd ever hear like screaming it like that with such fervor would be homeless people in Los Angeles. So in that situation, I'd probably ignore them too and say, yeah, okay, I guess, and walk off.
Well, I have heard people, well, not use those words, but make similar weird shouts, and it mostly comes from producers.
I can see that.
So I've heard.
You want to make it big in Hollywood, don't you?
Fuck.
Oh,
No, that's not.
So I
Stop.
stabbed the fucker and took his mints.
All right. Next question. Next question. Lise, what drives you to write?
I want to travel, so this is the best way I can imagine how.
Kind of travel through your words, or in the sense that writing takes you physically to interesting places?
Well, it almost takes me physically, because I'm sort of empathic. Not sure there's a medical term for this, but I can imagine some things vividly, including, to my misfortune, I can imagine pain.
So like
The writer, I 100% understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so when I write something, I can imagine being there.
it's like mental visual displacement.
I guess.
Or
It-
sorry, mental sensory displacement. That's what
It's
it is.
very much that when you get into your writing enough, you kind of lose track of where you are and what you're doing, and you become a part of said story, and it's very, very vivid. And I understand that.
I have a
agree.
I have a bad habit of when I'm writing a scene and I'm trying to do the character's expressions. I physically do them myself, and people look at me going, why the hell are you frowning so much?
Oh yeah, I do physical expressions when I'm trying to think about how to explain the way somebody's face looks. I understand that too.
Yeah.
I just have my resting bitch face the entire time while I write, so I guess I'm not as special as you guys.
Like
I sh-
I'm in kind of like a similar
Sure.
spot where like I have to cut myself off from the world, and like I go into my own kind of little right space, and I have to see and kind of feel and really kind of experience everything when I'm writing serious stuff. When I'm shit posting, I just like I don't care.
I'm
Priest,
usually giggling at myself.
thank goodness you added off to that sentence. I was starting to get worried.
Top fucking well.
So next question.
Next question. I'm
Indeed.
actually like a little like I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
That's what she said.
Oh,
I was taking a shower when a blood clot got into my brain and made me think about this question. Has any of you ever got someone asking you to put their OC in your story? I'm not talking collab. I really mean some nobody asking you out of the blue to add their Alice Zebra Changel Draco pony to your story.
Job hurts.
not as of yet.
I have all the
I
time.
have. I certainly have.
Surprisingly, I have not.
I remember distinctly. I shared it at a con 2 years ago. There was a story where like someone requested me to write a story with like Sonic and Jesus and
Do it,
And it
please!
was-
No, do it! Do it! Do it!
it was a clopfic. So
Oh,
if I
Please
had to
don't.
write it, I would probably call it wholly uncalled for.
So brief. So does Dash accept the body of Christ?
Oh, guys, fund this. Go to Priest and tell him to do it. Everybody go to his user page right fucking now
Fucking-
and tell him to write the story at the bottom. Tell it in the comments.
Fucking
section.
Jesus be like, come all ye
Everyone, all of
faithful.
you. Post a fucking link to your page. Everybody tell Priest to do this. I need this in my life. And I know that Lise is sitting there just shaking. You're shaking your head right now, just going, "Oh God," right?
I already have one scene in mind. As things get steamy, Jesus reaches around and whispers in Sonic's ear, I did not come to this world to be served, but to serve.
Oh my god.
As I said, Lise, how much head shaking are you doing right now?
not enough.
Not enough.
Oh god, my fucking throat.
Let us he who is without rubber come the first cummies.
Next
What?
question.
You started off
Next
well. You started well
question.
with that, and then that got worse. So no.
Yeah, I lost my place.
Is there something you can't do you would like to be able to do, Lise?
Ah, yes, I would like to be immortal.
Oh,
Wow.
Are you implying that you're immortal?
Possibly.
next question. Is there something you are good at doing you'd rather not be able to be good at?
Mm. Is there any context to this? Because this is a bit broad.
No, there is no context.
Well, I can massage the inside of my eyeballs. Does that count?
Yes, that totally counts. That's kind of distressing.
Could you elaborate on that?
What the
Okay.
fuck?
So, with one hand, you take your eyelids and put them to the extremes, and with the other, you slide a finger either below or above the eyeball.
What the?
And it doesn't pop out?
No, I don't do the extreme stuff. Now, sort of clarification, during my teenage years, I was in goth circles, so I picked up some weird habits from there.
Aha.
I mean, do you hide like some spare change back there or what?
No, it was just for show, just for effect, but through enough practice, I was able to keep it up.
Not making the joke, not making the joke, not making the joke.
Jesus Christ, I have 6 comments already about this stupid Jesus story. All right,
Yep.
moving on to questions from Full Mare. For Lise hair, or Lise hair. My bad. Number 1. Do you like eclairs?
Not the way they are spelled. No. Just for reference, Eclaire is without the E. With the E, it means enlightened.
Ah.
So that's the secret of the name. It was never meant to be a name, it's a phrase. So it's a Lise Eclaire, which means read enlightened.
That's awesome and so
Unfortunate-
much better.
Rather than
Yeah.
just like, oh, here's a tasty dessert.
Yep. The dessert and lightning in French is without the E at the end. And as for the pastries themselves, no, I no longer like them because I got poisoned on some. And for everyone out there, I strongly recommend you avoid eating them during summer because there is a chance you might get poisoned because of the butter.
That doesn't sound good.
No, that sounds deadly.
All right. Question number 2. Lise, what are your favorite genres to read?
Cyberspace, which is cyberpunk, but with more cyberspace in it, post-apocalyptic, and space opera.
Cyberspace was a great PBS show.
How is that relevant?
Oh, fuck me.
Okay. Next question. You can snug one pwn. Which one?
None.
You would not snuggle a pony.
No, I am cautious around animals.
What if you'd taken time to develop a rapport with this pony and you were friends with it and you trusted it?
Possibly Celestia?
Ooh, good choice.
Well, Celestia is the mother figure of the show.
She's got the big swan neck.
Not the wing hugs. Come on.
Enigma, you have no idea how vicious swans are.
Yeah, what? They can't bite you. They don't have teeth.
They can bite you, and they do.
Swans do in fact have teeth, and swans are, in my opinion, Satan's foreskin. They are terrible fucking creatures.
But they're the queen's bird.
I don't give a fuck what the queen thinks.
I mean, while it's attacking you, can't you just grab it by the neck?
Well, yes, you can. Do you have any idea how tall a swan is?
Yeah, kinda.
How much do you think?
Nearly up to my neck?
Okay, not that big, but they are vicious creatures.
I would love to see just Enigma try to fight a swan.
Oh,
Just like run away,
Go
terrified.
for it, man.
If you guys want to sponsor this event, you could always do it on my Patreon.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Next.
Enigma, that will be a one-time event.
Number
Are you
4.
implying that the swan kills me?
Yes, I am.
Number 4. Please release my family. I've already given you everything I have. I swear I won't call the police or tell anyone. I just want to see my family again. Why are you doing this to me?
Don't worry, your family is in the mail.
That's
Check.
dark.
Yeah, that's really dark.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
At least, never mind. They're not innocent. Jesus Christ, they're a
I
cold-blooded
told you
killer.
guys.
This is great.
No, I'm very macabre. I thought I said in chat multiple times. I wasn't joking.
Told you
It's
guys.
wonderful. Number 5. What is your favorite food pony?
Cola Pony because of the GIF.
Yeah.
The
Which
one
gift?
which is drinking a soda?
The one which has the liquid up to the neck and foam above. and she's just jumping.
I am not aware of that GIF. If someone out in the stream knows where that is, they should go find it and show it.
Well, it's the only GIF I know, and it's, I think, the only food pony I've seen, but I found it amusing.
All right, let's move to some questions from Sunbro for Life.
Yep.
Number 1, what is your favorite game?
I'm going to say 2 games of which no one has ever heard. My favorite game is Star Control 2 and Heroes Quest 1. Good luck finding them.
I feel like I've heard of Heroes Quest.
Well, there is a role-playing system by the same name, which caused the game to be changed to Quest for Glory, but originally it was called Heroes Quest.
Ah,
It's an old quest from the 80s.
old games. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go to number 2. What is your favorite boss fight in game?
Ooh.
I have no idea. I've played so many, which was a good one. Does the Death Star count as a boss?
Oh, definitely.
Certainly.
Well, that one then.
Awesome. Number 3. What's your favorite character to hate?
Troubleshoes.
Troubleshoes. You don't like Troubleshoes?
Wait, you hate him?
He's the only pony I dislike.
It's not even a pony, he's a fucking horse. Like,
Yeah, he's a
Why
horse.
don't you like Troubleshoes?
Well, he's a bit out of touch with the others, I think. He's slightly bigger. He looks his contrast to the others is way too big.
To me, it sounds like Lise has a thing against people with gigantism.
No, I like Big Mac.
And you cannot lie. You other fellows can't deny.
shut up, Enigma.
Shut up, Enigma.
Please.
Oh,
Next
that was
question.
low Enigma.
You are stuck on a labyrinth. You know a monster is in there as well. It is hunting you down. What monster is after you? And just to preempt Enigmatic Otaku, no, they don't want to be friends or have anything to do with you.
I'm going to go philosophical myself.
Ooh, I like that. Next question. How long does it take to damage your eyes by staring at the sun? I need to know for a friend. Totally not me. I mean it.
Oof, I used to know this because I used to watch eclipses. I think 1 minute, 2 minutes. Pencil, do you have any idea?
I don't.
I think it's a minute.
A minute.
Just for like light damage, and after 2 minutes, it's more serious damage.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the real question is, how long does it take to damage your eyes and sliding your fingers under them?
Jesus.
Enigma, if I ever manage to go to the States, I am going to demonstrate.
So guys.
Yes, pencil.
There's something I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with this. Just okay. Here we go.
This is ominous. What is it? Oh.
Oh my,
yes!
I like how Flame was just added in there on the left.
Well, yeah, because I was taking all the pictures. That's why.
And of course,
I like how
Flamin-
Liger's just there with nothing.
He's not cool. He's not cool enough for a baseball cap.
I'll tell Liger
clearly.
you said that. Can we show that on stream? Are we showing that?
Do it.
That's all. By the way,
Flame-
hold on. Are those cherry blossoms on your hat, Flam?
yes.
Oh my God. Yes, the cherry blossoms. Yes.
But
I
you're
want
the only
good.
one who has the hat on correctly.
And
Unlike
pencil,
the-
your hat has a fucking sticker on it, you degenerate.
It's also a New York Yankees sticker. Like, fuck that noise.
And a
it has
Barcast brand hat for fucking milk.
Woo!
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh God.
We've got Barcast hats on our
Ladies and
online
gentlemen.
store.
No.
No.
Number 6. Okay, so what 80s cartoon villains would you like to see just appear and be the pony's new bad guy?
Oh, the Ram, of course. I want the Ram to return.
The Ram?
Drogar, the magician.
Oh, from Old Ponies.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skeletor, but
Oof.
If your response wasn't grape ape, then you can get out of my face. Hanna-Barbera.
Well, I mean,
for the win.
I'd rather Murky and Lurky be a problem.
How about the
so-
Three Stooges? They were the best villains, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm using cartoons, man. You got to get with it.
Can't we have Ganon?
Yep.
Cartoons.
It
Preach.
sure is boring around here. I wonder what Ganon's up to.
I can't wait to bomb some bongos.
Excuse me, Princess
Princess.
Twilight Sparkle.
Oh, was that from the Link show?
Yes.
That was so ominous. It was. There's some things which are questionable how they appeared. This might be one of them.
I feel like as you're saying that, you're staring
Alright.
at me, Lise.
No, Enigma, rest assured, I cannot physically stare at you because I'm on iPad, so I'm looking at the chat.
All right. Question number 7. Do you even praise, bro?
Not that much actually, because I think I wanted to get the dark path in Demon Souls, and I never got to playing Dark Souls that much.
Great enough answer as any, honestly.
Well, unless it's a different reference.
No, it's the correct
No,
reference.
not at all. Not at all.
Now we have a question from Lieutenant Major Dude. For fuck's sake, I'm late. Nice going, Milk. Sigh. Oh well. Time to ask questions I want to ask you. I can't think of any.
Get down.
Where did you get the idea for equestrian fan fiction?
I got it at work when I had a rather annoying day regarding something I cannot comment on.
Right.
And I had a weird connection. What would happen if Lyra got mad at someone for writing human fiction not as they should be? So I made one paragraph in which she was shouting at someone, "Stop with your really annoying tower fiction. Humans should be humans, ponies should be ponies, centaurs are the worst kind of degenerate crap imaginable." And it started from there. I decided, okay, I'll make something short, possibly 1,000 words. And then I decided, why not make it into a daily?
And then you've got now this 200,000 word story that's almost meta at times about film fiction.
Well, yes, although it wasn't intended to be meta, which is the weird thing. It's just the combinations of behaviors I've seen on multiple forums, on other fictions. So, and keep in mind, I am still quite new. I've joined 2 years ago. So
Yep.
I don't know all the really old stuff. And I definitely have no idea how the site started.
Oh, I can definitely come up with a good suggestion and get into the old stuff. I would have to suggest catching up on the work of Rob Cakrin 53, also known as the maker of My Little Dashie.
As you should.
What?
Rob
He
King
made-
53 wrote My Little Dashie?
I hang out with them all the time. I didn't know this.
Oh my god,
Jesus
did you guys
Christ.
know that?
Well, I-
Clearly not, honestly.
Wow.
Goddamn.
Rob Cakrin 53 wrote My Little Dashie, guys.
And you
guys
know what
don't
I also
know
hear?
that.
Alistair here, he fucking loves that story. He is so proud of it, guys.
and tell him how much you love my little Dashi.
Yeah, guys, you should really just tell him how much you appreciate him for writing that story. I'm serious. Go comment on his page right now. Go do it.
No.
Yep.
I don't. I already have 7 comments on my page to write a freaking Jesus story. Please don't do it to Rob. He'll get so irritated.
Okay, it has to be done, Priest. If you want, we can work on it together.
Yeah. Please
Oh,
don't worry.
gee.
The night is young. You'll get double digits by the time the podcast is over.
Oh gosh.
True.
Let's move to a question from Space Cowboy now.
Yay!
Tell me, what is your view on dragons, boobs, and clockfish containing both?
Dragons are great. Boobs sell. And I have no idea why someone would want to do the third.
Right? It just doesn't. It shouldn't be a thing that happens, right, Pencil?
Well,
Did you secretly write about dragon tits?
no. I just, you go right ahead because it just gives me the ability to tell you your shit about yet one more thing. You go ahead. You give me that fodder. You keep writing about dragon tits because my opinion of you will get lower every time, and every scrap of goodness that you bring into yourself and build upon will be diminished. You will always be at base level. You will always be at 0 because every time you write about dragon tits, I will forget everything good I have ever felt about you.
Might I remind you that it was dragon tits that you gave me the right to breed on?
That is all. Yep. And after I said it, I lowered my opinion of you yet again.
Well,
You see, when she seeds good things to you, they have to be offset elsewhere.
If it wasn't bad enough that your Dragon Tech story was just kind of average at best, your sequel. Oh, don't get me started on the sequel.
Actually, he wrote the sequel kind of better. I'll admit that.
oh, did you
He
post the
did,
sequel?
but then when he did. I'll admit that. I think my favorite part was the lactating reptile, though. That was the greatest part.
I showed you that, and you asked me, and I said, "Yeah, I'm writing this as a big fuck you to all of you. I'll write what I want."
Yeah. It was definitely that.
Well, Enigma, could you want to write something better in terms of non-suggestive?
I could.
But would you?
Yes, I would. ...
Okay. The next question comes from Glitch319, which is also about video games, and we kind of covered that already. So, that said,
Did we cover favorite video game of all time?
Star Control 2.
yes.
Yeah.
Which means it is now time.
Well, I think more of her questions are down below, right?
You have to give that a refresh so I can do this.
It's time for questions with Phylon.
Yay! So, question number 1. Lise,
Yes.
what do you look for in an editor for your stories?
I forgot the word. A lack of mercy.
That's great, actually.
That's legitimate,
That's
actually.
how it should be. No, that's true.
Is that why you like me?
Well,
Is that
I think
directed to
that-
me or Lise?
Both of you.
I mean, I love that you don't give my stories like, if something's bad, you just like straight call me out on it. Remember when I said literally this is going to be like a Dragon Ball Z fight in comments as an author's note?
Totally ranted at you about how that's a terrible idea and you need to stop doing that.
Yes.
well, Pencil, I still think you're out of my league.
Oh, don't say that. It makes me feel bad about my life.
And then there's the point where she took away my right to breed.
Pencil
Dear
is good
God,
editor.
Your paragraphs. Stop.
Next question. How have your strengths helped you to succeed, Lise? How have your faults hindered you?
I have no idea I have succeeded. but I know that one of my huge thoughts is that I cannot spell in any language, and at this point I can never learn. Now I'm going to explain how this works. If you switch between languages during language forming years, which is the years between 2 and 7, you'll get your languages messed up and you can never be good at any of them. So I can never be native in my native language.
Oh,
Oh, you do pretty
Jesus.
well, just saying.
Well, I could never reach the required level to be adequate.
oh,
See,
we
I
think
think
you're totally adequate.
I think your standards are just too high for yourself. That's just me, though.
All right, next question. What are your biggest goals for your life, and what progress have you made in attaining them?
Well, I've pretty much, I think, achieved the big ones. I have things published. I have worked on AAA titles. I have a job. So honestly, I can't think of anything right now. But
Welcome to the podcast where we make Lise question his life decisions.
I'm pretty sure anyone who comes onto this podcast questions their life decisions.
Oh boy! All right,
When
number
they leave
four.
the cast, it's like a bad one-night stand. They're just like, oh fuck, that happened. Fuck. Okay.
We're called the Barcast for a reason.
Yeah.
That's why nobody shares the videos after they've been on.
You know what would be hilarious is if at a Barcast thing, 2 chat members actually hit it up with each other and went off to fuck. Like that would be the ultimate. That would just be, we have ascended.
I think Shakespeare's has been trying to do that for like the last few months.
oh, certain things are too ominous to be conceived.
Certainly.
True.
But if that ever happens, I think we'd ascend to gods, because
I
then
think
we
we are
are
gods.
actually
What are you
a bar.
talking about?
We're demigods.
I like that. Yes, we're demigods.
What
Yes.
can I say except you're welcome?
At least Pencil is, because she can wave her fingers and then a story gets featured.
I'm not telling any of you how I do that, so fuck off.
Exactly. So she works in mysterious ways. Therefore, demigod.
Well,
All right.
Let's grab the next question. Speaking of ominous, Vylon asks, "Are you holding something that you need to let go of?"
oh, I'm almost certain I am.
I was going to ask, is it your dick? And then I remembered that this is not an appropriate question to ask you.
But you still implicitly asked it. Just
All right. Next question. Who is behind the mask that you show to the rest of the world? Is this blank as it always been? That's an interesting question.
Oh, yep. Pylon, don't worry, there is no mask. There's just nothing there.
It's like the Bruce Wayne Batman thing. Batman is the face and Bruce Wayne is the mask.
or she takes off the Batman mask and there's another Batman mask.
I'm
I believe it.
Batman.
No, I'm just a mimic because I used to travel a lot. Well, when I say I mean my family. So I learned from an early age to adjust to the environment. So,
Oh, fuck, man, that's dark.
well, it is a survival on a very basic level. I have been on 4 continents.
Holy crap! I'm not sure. Jeez, that is a lot. I'm lucky. I have a bucket list item that I just want to get outside my country like once.
I thought you were to Canada.
I can pretty much drive to Canada in half a day.
Don't go to
Hasn't done
Mexico,
it.
priest. Do not go to Mexico.
No.
I'm sure.
I don't want to see your family.
Ouch.
Holy crap! You laughed. Okay.
That was a bit harsh.
We're always harsh to him, though, especially about that, because, you know, he's a bridge away from Compton.
Literally.
I will say this. On
What's up,
Father's
Pencil?
Day, I ended up talking about all you fucks with my parents because this is what I do, and I talked about how we give Enigma a hard time. And I was like, yeah, because he's literally a bridge away from Compton. And my mom just claps her hands together and goes, "Oh, I like that sound. That sounds like a wonderful title for a novel, A Bridge Away from Compton. Really, that could be a really interesting story, an interesting novel. You should write that." I was like, "That's okay, Mom." And so,
I know where
Didn't I told you that I was gonna steal that from your mother for my autobiography?
you're welcome to. You just gotta credit her in the thank you for the title. That's all I ask.
Oh my god!
Like you open up the book and the first thing it says, "I stole the title from so and so's mother."
That's all you need.
freaking no, A Bridge Over the River Compton. Fucking the sequel no one wanted.
Real name because she has some amount of fame, so you'd have to use her real name and embarrass her.
Well, it's good publicity.
Next question.
Yep.
What is holding you back from being the person you want to be?
Oh, the same that holds everyone back. Fears.
You are technically correct. That's kind of correct.
Don't let your memes be memes.
Yeah, you know, as they say, there are only two things that makes a person happy: dopamine and serotonin.
And Lise offered me dopamine in the form of dark chocolate.
Ooh. Hey, bro, you got any of that dopamine, bro?
Well, on the other hand, someone recently told me that they shouldn't be taken separately because they create an imbalance which might lead to suicidal tendencies.
Oh, fuck, don't do that. Well, I mean, killing yourself is always an option on the podcast, but don't actually do that.
Wait, they lead from suicide to tendies?
Nice try.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, man. Well, actually, we're halfway through the cast, so just give us a second for a quick advertisement. You know what's important in life?
What's important, Priest?
Real horses. Horses are important. If it weren't for real, actual horses, we wouldn't be able to have My Little Pony. And at the Barcast, we try to take care of real horses. I mean, real-ass horses. If you go ahead and go to our Patreon, we're very, very close to being able to donate a hay bale a day to horses that are being rescued by a wonderful little horse rescue site in California. So if you have any spare money, we would really appreciate if you could do a little to help us give back to actual real horses in real life.
This is a special thing for me because this shelter that Priest mentions, which is one of the shelters we will give to, helped rescue my pony.
Wait, you had a pony?
I took care of when I was a child.
Man, look at Pencil over here having an actual pony.
Well,
she was rescued by them, so I like to give back to these guys. They help me out. I'd like to help them out too.
Pencil was rescued by ponies?
Yes, I was rescued by ponies. You've heard it here first.
So,
yeah, suddenly it's revealed that Pencil is Megan.
Yeah, I'm Megan, guys. I was the inspiration for Megan in the original My Little Pony. Now you know.
All right. Now, back to what we're actually here for. What do you wish you didn't know, Lise?
Oh, that's an easy one. I'll forget it in 5 years anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, there you go. Next question. What do you do when a person you know loves you in a way you'll never love them back?
I'll have to get back to you on that one when it happens.
Fair enough. If you have a friend who speaks to you in the same way you sometimes speak to yourself, how long will you allow that person to be your friend?
For as long as they keep doing it, I guess.
Huh. Okay. These are really interesting Vylon questions this
Yeah,
week.
these are philosophical and a little bit distressing. Vylon.
All right, who took Vylon aside and was like, okay, for this cast now?
Actually,
Vylon,
I
who
did.
hurt you?
Oh, did you tell Vylon to calm her, to mellow her memories?
Yep.
Excellent.
I like Vylon a lot.
Vylon is a nice person. Vylon is best pony. Next question. What do you sometimes pretend you understand that you really don't?
Ooh. Well, again, pretty much anything I don't understand.
You just pretend you know about it no matter what it is.
Well, sadly, that's something which is proven to give a boost in any career. So, as everyone says, and I really hate this quote, but sadly it's true, fake it until you make it. So,
Literally
yeah.
about to say that. Yep.
Works.
Fair enough. Next question. Other than money, what else have you gained from your current job? Actually, you do not have to answer this question if you do not wish.
Well, I have gained, for a while, I did gain genuine fame, as in I have been on television and newspapers.
Wow.
I think we should leave that there so we don't get too intrusive.
Next question. What big lesson could people learn?
Say again, you cut out.
What big lesson could people learn from your life?
Experiment. And also, first 10 failures don't count.
That's great.
I like that. Yeah.
All right. What is one easy way to waste a life?
Well, unless you have everything, not taking chances is an easy way.
Mm.
If you already have everything, you might as well not take chances because there's no point. But
All right. Next question. Would you rather your child be a shrimp or a potato?
neither.
Fair enough. Vylon then says, I cut myself because it's the only way I can feel. The statement is totally unrelated. Tell us about the time you assumed some people have black genes and why they are the best.
What?
Amazing. She had to sneak something in somehow.
No, I think that's a Goffy reference because a lot of, well, not a lot, but some of the people with which I was in Goth circles used to cut themselves. And black is the only true color that one can wear.
I have 2 pairs of black jeans.
As do I, actually.
They're wonderful.
Yeah, they're my most comfortable jeans, actually.
I mostly just wear scrubs, ripstop scrubs, because honestly, they're just as comfy as jeans. They breathe better and they don't wear out as fast.
Well, I have been wearing black clothes since the 90s, give or take.
So when it was cool.
Nah, despite what people say, I don't remember black ever being cool.
I think it's cool at Hot Topic.
Oh.
It was either niche or mainstream, but it was never cool.
Fair. All right. Last question from Vylon. What is the best way to make someone as stiff as a brick in winter?
By making a snarky comment at them. But the timing has to be perfect.
Fair. All right. Now we're going down to questions from Applejack App. I always struggle with that name.
I know you try to say Japalac every time, and I just stare at you like, what's wrong with you?
The Dot Mob series. It's the thing.
Do you have dyslexia, priest?
No.
Are you sure?
I read things, but they come out of my mouth incorrectly. Like, I have no control over my mouth. It just...
That's what she said.
He reads good.
That's one of the definitions of dyslexia, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have clinically prescribed.
Somebody prescribe you dyslexia?
Okay, please, just read the question. You're getting worse and worse.
Yeah, man, you're reading at a college level in elementary school. Yeah, we're gonna have to prescribe you some dyslexia. 2 doses.
How many tablets of dyslexia do you have left?
5, I think. It could be
How many tablets of dyslexia do you have? Yes.
So what's the question?
Applejack app asks, what good character would you like to see go bad?
Bad as forever or temporary?
Temporary, I would say.
Cadence.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, allow me to direct you to this one story that Priest wrote.
No,
In all of the stories that Priest has ever written about Cadence, because pretty much all of them involve Cadence being a bitch.
it's
Now-
actually true. Despite my love for Cadence, I always write her as a villain.
A real villain or just a social villain?
A real as fuck villain.
Legitimate, like, pedophile villain. You don't understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
For a second
Lise
there, they
just
said,
be like, oh, I don't want to touch that.
for a second there, I thought they said she was a socialist villain.
Dear Lord.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
comrade, come join the Crystal Empire.
what? Please, that's the weirdest combination of accents you managed.
Comrade, you must work on your
Australia.
communist accent.
This love needs some mayonnaise.
Today,
can-
we
you
make
all can-
borscht.
You all can fuck off. We have more questions to do. Let's do questions now, please.
Of reading questions now.
I am the machine. Now,
Okay,
questions from Dash Loon.
Yes,
If you could, would you?
depends.
Awesome. Now we're going to go down all the way to Trickster Forrester. What is your favorite way of telling someone to fuck off?
Ooh.
Next question.
Okay. RK Striker J.
Wait. Question. Was that the answer?
Yes, that was the answer.
Hey!
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That was so witty. Oh, okay. Lise, how in the blue heck can you write Fluttershy so well and so cutely?
Well, just luck, I guess. It happened to be. Well, I didn't. I wanted to try to make something descriptive, and it just worked, apparently.
You did it. And by combination, where did inspiration for the Fluttershy Versus series come from?
Well, actually, that came from a friend who was on a fanfic. We were talking about. I don't remember. I think about another story. I was discussing ideas, and at one point I just said, "Give me a moment. I'm going to grab a shower." And the joke came, "How did you grab the shower? Did the shower fight back?" And pretty much around that time, I was also watching, to fall asleep, cat videos. So if you do a search for Alistair the cat, I think that was the thing, or do a generic search of cat, bathtub, and lizard, you'll see a clip of a cat trying to get out of a bathtub. And I imagined what it would be like if Fluttershy was in that position.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Next question from Latrius. Everyone, you see a very adorable pony giving you a cute look. What do?
Run away.
Oh no, social interaction. Run away.
Lick its face.
I give it a big hug.
You know that scene in SpongeBob where he's pressed flush against the surface of whatever it was and he's licking it? That's how you have to lick it.
Milk is saying, yell at the pony, I am the machine. You don't fuck with the machine.
No,
God.
but if I dare you to do that in real life, if a pony looks at you, are you going to do what you described?
Yes, dude, absolutely.
Those things can kill you.
No, ponies. The thing is, ponies are quite capable of kicking you, but if you walk up and reach under the side of the jaw and hold the back of the jaw, and you after you touch the top of their nose with the back of your hand a little bit to affirm with them that you're all good,
Only
you can
if you
actually
show-
put your head close to them.
only if you show no fear and you don't wear black, because most animals cannot differentiate between black and background, and you approach them in a way that they can see you. Otherwise, they can mess you up.
Oh, they can mess you up. But the thing is, if you approach a horse from the front, they're much less likely to hurt you than if you approach them from behind. So
Also make sure you're not on your period when you approach that horse.
That's vaguely accurate, actually. More likely they'd just leave if you were.
It's like, fuck this. I don't have time for this. Now we have questions from Cuber Snuggles. Eclaire, one of the first people to greet me when I joined this corner of Femfic. That said, why haven't I followed you yet?
I have no idea, because you find my story substandard to your taste.
No.
No. Next question. 3 minutes in Equestria. What do?
Ooh. Steak Sanctuary.
Yeah, honestly.
No, that's legit.
So rather than explore, you just stay in the closet until 3 minutes are up.
Hey man, 3 minutes in Equestria. It's a popular game.
Gross. You're gross, Priest.
All right, next question. Mobile Sam. How do you feel about mangoes?
If it's the fruit, I love the taste. If it's not, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's the fruit.
I think it is too, actually.
Mangoes are one of my favorite fruits.
Agreed. Frozen mango is amazing.
Yeah. I think I remember they were unhealthy for women, but I'm not sure.
Nah, they're healthy for me.
Oh gosh, Crystal Wishes wrote a big poem for you. So
yeah.
I'm gonna try and keep going down. Tony Montana starts asking, what drew you to hang out with us?
Actually, you did, Priest.
How? Explain.
Well, we were doing a write-off contest at the time. It was my first, and I think, Priest, was it your first as well?
It was my first. I took second, and you took first, I believe.
Yep. And we started talking, and you mentioned that you had a very good, and I quote, mentor. And I was very curious to meet him at the time, I believed. So, yep. So please gave me a link to the Good AHE podcast, which at the time was invitation only. It was, I think, a few weeks before you posted the link.
Yep.
And I used to lurk the first 2 months there, and I've been there ever since, and now at the Barcast.
And of course, you met the mentor, which is Pencil.
Yes. Which I still think, well, at the time, I still thought before hearing her that it was a male nick. Because I thought it was, this is a very clever way of describing a pen. Because I didn't know what a non was. So I thought it was a non-pencil.
Non-pencil. Yeah.
Fair enough. But of course, then one of your, I'm almost slightly jealous. One of your favorite stories of all time on Femfic is one of Pencil's. So, and you have
it's a good story.
Yes. Yes, Priest, you recommended it.
I did.
Good story.
But I want to be good enough for you, Lise. All right, we'll go to the next question. On a scale of from angsty teenagers to toddlers, how childish are we?
14 usually.
Okay.
Wow, that's considering what I was like and what I was doing at 14, that says a lot about me.
What is a Lise Eclaire filled with?
Blood and intestines?
Yay! My favorite.
I was so sure you're going to say poison as to allude to the thing you said earlier.
Oh, Enigma, I did get better.
I got better.
I only caught a little bit of the dying, but I got better.
Sent me into a newt.
Happy. when planning or writing a story, where do you usually get inspirations for story, plot, or character ideas from?
Anywhere. I watch a lot of sci-fi, a lot of manga. I used to read far more than I do now, and I still play a reasonable amount of games, so I make cross connections. And this is real advice. The more different things you do, the greater the chance of random connections that turn out good.
All right, next question. Have you ever drawn inspiration from music? If so, what type of music and songs?
I have, but not as often as one might think. I am a more techno person or electro, so it's a bit difficult to get inspired from there, but not impossible. But I cannot write if there's music, because apparently I cannot do two things at the same time. So if I'm listening to music, I stop writing.
Fair.
Yeah.
I usually write my best when music, so that totally understand.
Instead of music, I listen to Rainy Day.
I sing out loud while I'm writing when I'm bored.
What?
You
Really?
sing aloud. What do you sing?
Lots of things.
Have you recorded
Zydrate
yourself?
comes in a little glass vial?
I have actually sung. I know if I'm going to sing something from Reaper the Genetic Opera, I sing the Infected song. I will be sitting and talking like, "I'm infected by our genetics" the whole time. There you go. No, I sing a lot of shit from Tangled. I sing.
But how can
is the opera and from Steven Universe and some from Ponies.
How can you multitask?
I do it subconsciously. I will sing without realizing it.
It's so adorable.
Priest has witnessed me start singing without realizing I'm singing.
Ooh, that's almost scary.
And I exist in.
I'm
Mental
complete
health, I guess.
opposite. I'm so non-multitask that, as the joke says, I can't die in my sleep. I have to wake up first.
I've never heard that saying before, and I love it.
Oh, it's very popular in the East.
Oh my gosh, we still have so many questions. I just refreshed. Okay, so let's
Can I
keep
go
going.
But
What do you consider to be your magnum opus?
I don't have one yet. Also, isn't magnum opus something that only famous people do?
You're horse famous, Lise. Get over it.
No, I'm not. There are certain criteria, and I know them, and I do not fulfill any.
Wait, there's horse famous criteria?
Yes.
What are the criteria?
Well, for one thing is the 1,000 threshold.
Yeah,
Okay.
Priest.
Not horse famous. Stop.
We actually have a question from the chat
Yes.
For
Flam.
Oh God, what?
Flam.
Okay.
Deepest thing that you've thought in the last week.
You cut off the first part. I'm guessing the first part is
What?
what, right?
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
What?
yeah. Okay. What is the deepest thing that I thought of in the last week? Well, one thing I thought is deeply personal, so I'm not going to share that right now. The other is why do we park in driveways and drive on parkways?
Proud of you.
just wow. Okay. Nice. Now we have questions from the abyss. If you had to snuggle with a pony, which honestly isn't a bad thing at all, who would you snuggle with and why? Who would be the big spoon and why would you want to be the big or little spoon?
I want. That's for me. That's quite ominous.
Why ominous?
There's
It's
certain
cuddling.
well, okay, they're not. There are a lot of things that make me feel on edge, and animals are definitely a big thing. Like I have lived in, I have, as long as I remember, I've always been in a major metropolis. So animals are pretty rare in the literal sense of the word. Like I've seen horses about 10 times in my life.
Oh man.
I've seen the deer once in my life.
Oh man. I love
So-
animals. Lise, how do you not have animals in your life? It's distressing me.
Oof. I fear them. I don't like dogs. I don't like cats because a cat tried to claw my eye out without provocation, and a dog tried to bite my finger off without provocation.
I'll introduce you to my little Hugo. He is so gentle.
Priest.
Mm.
Lise, do they sense the innate evil inside you? That you keep buried? That you keep buried deep within you?
I was 7 years old at the time.
So evil.
His question still stands.
Well, I don't know. They're long since dead. There's no way of finding out.
He'll
All right,
take it to
next.
the grave.
Next question. If two ponies wanted to snuggle, obviously you'd be in the middle. So who would be the little spoon and who would be the big spoon?
Hmm. If I'm not in the middle, I would go with the canon favorites of Lyra and Bonbon.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, I still don't think that Vino and Octavia are a thing.
Good. I
But,
agree.
but they live together. That means
No.
that they love each other.
No,
not true.
they share a studio together because they don't live there.
I like that actually.
If you remember your episodes Enigma,
Violent.
yeah,
Viola.
Vino lives in Canterlot and has a studio in Manhattan. And also, I think based on purely on the accent, Octavia, I assume, is from Trottingham.
If
Yes.
Vinyl has a studio in Manhattan, then why does she share that half building with Octavia and Ponyville?
Because they like to hook up sometimes. Doesn't mean they're an item. God.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
It's totally just physical.
Anyway. It's
Now-
time. It's time. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Now we go to Crystal Wishes.
Oh,
Our darling Lise, I fondly remember when we first met, asking your questions and seeking advice. You certainly are someone I'd never forget. And now you're all popular. Isn't that nice? What would you say is your greatest success? And could you tell us of what you're most proud? Perhaps a secret you might want to confess. You're being interviewed. No hiding allowed. I apologize for the silliness that is this rhyme. I just wanted to do something special for you. But just one more question, if there's still time. What writing advice do you have that's most true? Because you've grown so much and come so far. Look at your stories and all they've earned. Some might dare to call you a mere rising star, but you're the star, as far as I'm concerned.
If ever there was a need for a Zakora emoji, it was right there.
yeah. Crystal Sweet. Crystal is the very first person I wrote when I came on Filmfic. I wrote for advice and to congratulate her on a story I thought was very well written, which no longer exists, sadly.
Aww.
Yeah, it was a Flutter Court story. And some of my first stories were inspired by that. What were the questions within the poem?
What would you say is your greatest success?
Getting published?
Yay! Always a good success.
And what are you most proud of?
Nothing, actually.
Is there
Being
a
alive?
secret you would like to confess?
Keep on trying. There's
And what writing advice do you have that's most true?
Okay, and now this is a serious one. Never think before writing. think while editing or revising if you can't edit adequately. And also, first 10 submissions to any magazine or first 10 attempts don't count. And never look back to anything that's written. When something's published, it's done for. Think of the next thing.
I like it. I really like it. All right, now we have questions from Ansel.
Oh, yeah.
Lise, if MLP and Star Wars were to collide, and providing that the prequels never happened and turned the Force into bacteria, who would win a fight, Obi-Wan or Twilight Sparkle?
Oh, Obi-Wan, because Twilight Sparkle would never attack someone who is similar to Starsword the Bearded. And also, Obi-Wan has the high ground.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
God
I was
damn
waiting
it.
for that.
God damn it.
I was waiting for that.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
I was waiting for that, and thank you
Yeah.
for confirming that, Lise. Thank you.
The
Yeah.
broke priest.
Well,
Have you heard the tale of Star Swirl the Wise?
Oh my God! Next, please.
Have you heard
please.
the tale of Darth Plagueis?
Have you heard the
Obi-Wan?
Have you heard the tragic tale of the baby?
Oh, you just ruined it, Enigma.
Next question. God, ruining our fun.
How many ponies could you need to crew a Victory class Star Destroyer?
okay, so if it's a class 1, I think the number was around 4,000. If it's a class 2, I think it was 6,000. But I believe the minimum human crew was 2,000, so if it's unicorns, I assume you could get away with 1,500.
It's a very logical forecast, in my opinion.
And they would have to all be unicorns, would they not? Because there are so many buttons. How
Well,
would ponies push them if they did not have fingers and no magic?
They have finger wings.
Yep, they could with wings.
So no Earth ponies is what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah, we're racist.
They could with their tongues.
Oh, okay, that's all. I'm done asking questions. It's fine now.
Prepare to fire the main cannon.
Well,
Deploy the troops.
flame.
This station is fully operational.
Execute orders
Now that you think
394.
about it, if all the Star Wars is manned by ponies, the Death Star firing sequence would be really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, flame. You remember that it was not only buttons with the Death Star. There was also levers.
yeah, so they'd be
Yeah.
using their teeth.
No, their tongues are flexible enough. They could with their tongue.
everything is just coated in saliva in this thing.
Well, the idea is if people are in charge, it wouldn't even be like just somebody going like fire the death lasers, or like I don't even know. Like right now, I don't even give a shit. Like
Fire the Harmony Ray.
Fire
Like,
the
it would be-
friendship cannon.
except it would be
Fire the friendship cannon.
like, that's how-
So what you're saying is
Yeah.
Pinky. So when Luke Skywalker is brought to the second Death Star, turns around, it's Emperor Pinkie Pie.
Well, I think
Ah, you
I
want
think-
this? It's a Jedi's weapon. Go on, take it.
I am the
Strike
Senate.
me down. Strike me down in all your hate and fury.
I
I will
think that
become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Let your
I-
hatred consume you.
This needs to happen.
Please, you did this. You did this, Lise.
okay. Well, my contribution to the fandom.
Partying with the dark side. Go for it, Flam. All right.
My honor.
If Ewoks can defeat some of the best stormtroopers in the universe, how would the Royal Guard do against said stormtroopers?
Okay, depends on which part of the Royal Guard. The unicorns will win without a doubt because they have Jedi powers. The Earth ponies will lose under any circumstances. And the Pegasi, it depends on the terrain because they can create a thunderstorm. However, that would make them close to a Sith. So it might be a stalemate.
Just chuck a thunderstorm cloud at them.
Well, yeah, but if Vader is leading them personally, as he did in the Empire Strikes Back, it will be Sith versus Sith.
All right, let's move on to questions from Cyberphazon.
By the way, I should just say, Ansel says, if you found any of the questions above nerdy or confusing, get some culture. I'm pretty sure, Ansel, you just heard exactly how none of us found that nerdy or confusing.
I hope Ansel just like face palms at all of our panky bullshit.
Well, wasn't there actually an animation in which Pinkie Pie is Lord Vader?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. First thing from Cyber.
Yep.
Hello, Lise. I would like to know one thing. Are you having a good time? Because I'm going to have a blast and lots of fun.
Please stop.
That's ominous.
Yeah.
That's my best chance. That's my best impression of like a salad fingers.
Of a
Alright.
what?
Well, Priest, that was
Brust against my salad fingers is almost orgasmic. I must find the perfect spoon.
Don't fuck with me. I know.
all right, guys. We gotta shut the stream down. Bleh.
Oh, is this going to become a meme?
Yes. Where's the next question?
You are a butcher at a newly, and you are hired for the newest meat deli that opened up in your area. You decide to go meet your new manager, who is supposedly in the back room. When you walked in, you smell something funny, like rotten corpses, and not the animal kind. You get nervous and scared, and you decide to turn around. All of a sudden, after fully turning 180 degrees, you see the manager with a human skull in his left hand. You scream and try to get away, only to have your arm chopped off while he says, "Fresh meat tonight." You got away only to die in front of a church. How do you feel after reading this? Also, I hope I made Violon proud.
Okay. Strangely enough, my greatest question is, what's the difference between the smell of human and animal corpses?
Deodorant.
What? Animals use deodorant?
No, that's the difference.
How exactly?
Animals don't use deodorant.
Oh
Corpses?
my fucking Christ, Enigma.
Next, please. I'm done.
Okay.
Number 2. Would you thing pone?
No.
Number 3. Which food pony would you go on a dinner date?
None, because it will be cannibalism.
Number 4. Which food pony would you gender swap and have a fun for the night? What the fuck?
None?
Number 5. Which food pony would you be friends with? Coke pony, I think.
Yes.
Number 6. Which Barcast members would you fuck, kill, marry?
None?
All of
Number
the above.
7.
Just no. You would not fuck. You would not kill. You would not marry. Nope.
You just say yes.
I said none.
Oh, no,
Perfect.
that works too.
Who is best waifu?
I don't believe in waifus or husbandus.
Perfect.
Ooh, a lot of opinions. Now we go to Vlade, who honestly regrets even coming here. Have you ever how long it would take for a giraffe to throw up?
I don't think they do throw up.
Oh, me. Pick me.
Pencil,
Do
go!
Okay. Giraffes are actually capable of throwing up. However, like cows, they have multiple stomachs. So rather than throwing up all the way up their neck, which would cause them to be unable to breathe and would actually cause them to choke and potentially die, they throw up from one stomach into another.
Yeah, but I thought all animals did that.
No,
Herbivores.
Incredibly sick, they can throw up everything from their last stomach back forward into their
Oh.
first stomach.
Okay.
But how
So
does
that is
how does
actually
it purge
quite
it from their
possible.
system, though?
It doesn't.
Oh, so it like if something bad enters the third stomach or something, then it just purges it back to the second stomach, which dilutes it somehow.
Yeah, basically, it super processes it.
So
However,
in
there
short,
have been accounts of giraffes trying to actually vomit things up out their mouth. It can be incredibly deadly.
Right.
answer.
For the giraffe or the onlookers?
And yeah, if you want an actual answer, it takes about 7 seconds from something to pass from one end to another of a giraffe's
Huh.
throat, which doesn't seem like that long, but if you count it out, it's actually a really long time thinking about how long it takes for us to swallow. That's about all. Enjoy.
So 7 seconds is the metric, is the conversion unit to get to giraffe throw-ups.
You could be there could be like a giraffe frat, and he'd be drinking so much, he'd be like, "Oh shit, dude, I gotta hurl." Just sit there for a second. Okay, I'm good.
How does the giraffe do the handstand then? The kickstand?
Oh, well, strangely enough, this reminds me of the song 7 Seconds Away, and now I see it in an entirely new perspective.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm ready.
All right, now we're going to questions from Snuffy. Number 1, why does Fluttershy have so many issues with modern appliances?
Well, clearly you haven't watched enough cat videos.
Clearly.
So
Number 2.
Are you saying that the next story would be Fluttershy versus the electric piano?
No, the cycle ended with a homage to Rob.
Okay.
All right. Would you give Fluttershy a non-consensual hug? Hey, I've been watching Vanamillen. Cut me some slack.
Nope,
Fluttershy.
I will not.
All right. Number 3, best episode of season 7 so far.
Actually, the last one. Have you guys watched the last one?
Wait,
Don't-
the
don't-
one
Is this the parent episode with Applejack?
Yes.
Please don't. No. Don't.
No,
No spoilers.
Don't touch it.
I finally caught up, and that's the last episode I need to see of season 7.
Yeah.
I saw that with Davis.
Well, that's fine. You and Davis can have your own like little fuck corner.
Okay, sorry to rush you guys, but we're running a little low on time,
Yep.
so let's move it on.
All right, number
Okay.
4. Twilight has basically become the show's mother hen. Do you find that development amusing?
I believed it was planned for her to replace Celestia.
We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know.
Number 5. Have you watched the latest EQG specials?
Yes, I have. And
I have
like-
not. So, now we have questions from Shakespearecles. Lise Eclaire. Number 1. How do you feel about your Heart Tree avatar becoming MLP canon?
Well, that was a weird coincidence, especially since originally it was supposed to have French origins. Like, if anyone's interested, check the Sacré Coeur, and it was not so much the heart that was the focus of the avatar, but it's the lightning, which no one seems to notice.
The heart tree is Tree Hugger's cutie mark, right?
Yes, but that was Tree Hugger episode was after I had the avatar.
Number 2. Who do you think murdered Applejack's parents?
No one.
Ah, suicide. Totally understand.
Yeah. I think it was an accident, something like a mudslide or something.
Hey, whatever you need to tell yourself to sleep at night, Lise. Whatever you need to tell yourself.
We gotta murder the parents. Bleh.
Oh, God. Is that just like the new meme now?
Yes, it is. Accept this.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Let's move to the next question. Bleh. Are you going to do a Fluttershy versus Discord's anything in his house?
I think I did. It's one of my very first stories, if I'm not mistaken. Again, Crystal Wishes did a crossover between Discord, Fluttershy, and Labyrinth, and that's what inspired me a long time ago for the Fluttershy Chaos stories. But if it's for the cycle, no, the cycle is complete. There will be no more Fluttershy verses.
Gotcha.
Now we're going to go to Mobile Sam.
Fluttershy
Yes.
versus the dark side.
Stop.
That already happened in one of my stories. It ain't happening again.
I forgot.
Number 2. Oh my God. Let's move to number 2 of Mobile Sam because the first question is literally sup. So, number 2. If you get out of the shower clean, then how does your towel get dirty?
In the remaining part of the day.
Number 3. Is the S or the C silent in the word scent?
It's the C, because there is the word SENT.
There's
Correct.
also the word CENT.
Yeah.
They're both said scent.
Isn't scent a bit longer than scent?
No.
At least I was taught to. Okay, my bad.
CENT is cent, as in a penny.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. Well, in that case, it is the C, because from Old English, the C was actually a K. And originally, the ship was called a skip. That's why we have skipper, which is shipper.
Wonderful.
Let's see.
Chris.
Number 4. Why is it called a building if it's already built?
Because it's an adjective. Term.
That's yeah, actually.
Number 5. Number 5. If a kid refuses to nap during nap time, does that mean he is resisting arrest?
Oh.
Were we really doing this?
He's not. He's only not engaging in it.
Number 6. Do Siamese twins pay for 1 ticket or 2 tickets when they go to movies and concerts?
Actually, depends on the laws of the country. There are countries in which, or activities in which twins, any kind of twins, have discounts, so only one pays.
All right, doctor, we gotta separate these Siamese twins. Bleh.
Did you say? Oh God.
Oh God. Also, having written about this, for people who are quote unquote Siamese twins or conjoined twins who are joined at the rib cage and spine, who only have one set of legs and hips, seat. Therefore, it is only 1 ticket.
Got it.
But who gets the armrest?
That's true. The next question: at a movie theater, which armrest is yours?
Well, usually I've been only to such which have one pair of for each chair for each seat, so it doesn't matter. There's enough space for both people.
Well, if you take it from the end, well, that's actually kind of complicated because yeah, if you take the middle section of the movie theater, you could say from the right, if the person closest to the aisle has the armrest, you could take that across, but then who gets the left one at the end? So yeah, it's a free for all. You get it.
They're both mine. Priest will give me his.
Yeah.
Don't you have doubles, meaning the ones in between? Ah, okay.
Nope, we don't.
You have cheap cinemas.
Yeah, we do. You have no idea.
I will admit the ones by my house have like leather seats and shit that recline and stuff. It's actually
we're
cool.
learning. We're learning that this has to be legit now, and they're serving alcohol in some of them finally.
And apparently there's some drive-ins have actually popped up in LA.
Nice.
Some drive-ins. Apparently they're making a comeback in the area, so I need to freaking find one.
There's a drive-in. There's a drive-in near me.
There's actually a cinema in my town where all of these seats are reclining chairs.
Nice. Right, we should continue. Sorry.
Number 8. Why doesn't the fattest guy in the world play hockey? He would be an unstoppable goalie.
Because his legs would cause problems.
Fucking cock, which means he needs to know how to skate. Anyway, I'm done.
Now, next question from Latrius. Hug, kiss, marry, fuck between all the princesses and not the baby.
No.
Okay.
Also,
Lise doesn't want to get attacked by that swan neck.
You said also, pencil?
apparently this is for all of us, and I'm just going to say no. I'm going to agree with our guest because no. Sound
No.
good?
Yeah, no.
No. All right. Now, question from Uli Toll to Priest. Priest, do you like poking sheep? Yes, I like poking sheep.
That's not.
What? That's not.
Something you should be saying loud.
Oh. Okay. second question: how did your mind adventure in Morai ended? Actually, I attached the email that was sent to me from Morai in the video description on YouTube. I was killed, so that's good. Now to Milk. Milk, wake up.
Oh, I don't want to wake up.
Milk.
What?
Question for you.
What?
How was your Quill and Blade live event?
Q&B live event was actually really fun. I enjoyed the entire thing.
Yay! What was the highlights?
I got to be a guest of something.
That
Also,
was the best
apparently,
part.
You and Enigma are brothers now.
I just like hanging out with them. I just like hanging out with them. It's fun.
No, you and Enigma are brothers. You're brothers now.
Anzo's my daddy now.
Your daddy.
Anzo's my
Anzo's your
daddy now. Yeah.
Well, Milk, sacrifices must be made.
They're my brother from another father.
All right, you can go back to sleep.
I'll stay awake because you guys will need me soon.
Okay. Now to the guest. What is your favorite story, Lise?
Oh. Well, actually, I cannot see their names because I'm on iPad, but I have the 10 stories which inspired me a lot, and those are my favorite fanfic stories. As for real fiction, I like a lot of Tolkien, Asimov, and Pratchett.
Pratchett's really good. Your current top favorite on your page is This Game of Mine by Swan Song.
Oh yeah, that's something which inspired me heck of a lot, and I'm still waiting for it to be complete.
So get on it, Swan. If you finish your story, we'll get you on here. Yay! All right. What is your favorite story of your own?
I read the Princess Alicon of Hackers, the cyberpunk story.
All right. What do you recommend to read of your stories?
Depends on your taste. Because equestrian fanfiction is casual. It's a quick read if you have something to do. Actually, if you have nothing to do for 5 minutes. There's the comedies, including Fluttershy. For the cyberpunk genre, actually, I really don't know. Depends a lot of the taste of the person involved. But keep in mind, I'm still not a top tier writer, so mostly things for relaxation. Give them a try.
All right. We're almost there. From LIIIISSSEEEEE, and I probably mispronounced that, and I'm shit because of it. Out of all character, why pick Fluttershy for Fluttershy Versus?
Because she's not. Everyone else has their own quirks. Pinkie Pie won't bother. Rarity will get someone else to do it for her. Twilight will analyze it. Rainbow Dash will destroy it. And Applejack will start complaining and make it better in a version that she sees fit. So the only one who could have a degree of pain, but also understanding and accept things is Fluttershy.
I like it. Next question. Fluttershy Versus is now a dark genre. What happens when Fluttershy faces off against the various objects now?
In what way now?
Basically, the idea is that it's now a horror genre. How would that change it?
Oh, okay. Now I'm going to go a bit macabre. There are 5 stories, and with each story, she loses a limb.
Oh, God! Holy shit! Fluttershy versus NASCAR got really fucking scary now.
Well, just a wing.
Oh.
Or a leg.
Okay.
It's like Final Destination now.
If there's one piece of advice you want people writing canon characters to know, what would it be?
Do research and a lot of experimentation.
Yes.
Cheers to the research part.
Last but not least, Erie says, you hope you're having or had fun. Heart. Next question is from Wing. To all the cast participants, especially Lise and Milk, so Milk can say snoo or not. You, any fanfic user, top or bottom?
Well, what? In what way?
Basically, the idea is what fanfic user would you do, and would you be top or bottom?
Oh, none.
What about yourself?
How?
Hands.
Well, you have hands.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I choose priest, and I would be top. So there.
Well, I choose pencil, and I'd be bottom, I guess.
Enigma.
All right, moving on to. Oh,
But
yeah.
who would be sideways?
Enigma.
I don't really. I'm into chicks, but I don't know that many female fanfic users. So not applicable at the moment.
It wouldn't be any of the above, any available, any willing, and bottom.
You wouldn't like go beg to K-Cat to be her bottom.
I mean, I would, but it'd be pathetic enough already for me.
Oh, that's perfect. That's what we're sticking with. Flam!
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat as Nigma. I don't know any other like female fanfickers. And yeah, so I guess I'll just have to go with killing myself.
Milk!
Fucking what? What? I'm awake. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ!
There was silence, and then I thought we were moving on already. I just what?
Milk.
You know I'm gonna say snoo, and then I'm gonna top.
There you go. Okay, now we can move on.
All
And
right,
this started so well.
we'll be able to get through Rob's questions, and then I think that we might just be out of time.
We can do it. Go.
Okay, is there a style of writing or genre you wish you could write more of or better?
Yes, I want to learn to write horror and mature stories, but non-erotica.
Okay, next.
What about us Americans scares you the most?
Your laws.
Our
No,
laws?
fair fucking enough. No, fair fucking enough. We can leave
It
it at that.
depends where you go, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Questions from Zirian. Fuck, marry, kill between MOTA, CEO Witch, and Tech Nightling.
No.
No. Next question.
How much would I have to pay you to write a clopfic?
Make an offer.
Hey! You heard it here first,
Hey,
guys.
so there's an opening.
And last.
Last but
money is
not
money.
least, can you teach me your writing ways?
Yes, just write every day and don't stop.
All right, it was actually a really sweet, wonderful answer to end on. And we fucking did it! Woo!
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
There's one more from Alex _. Hi, is it annoying that there are more questions?
Not for me.
Yay! We did it! And
All right.
now this draws us to a close.
Dun, dun.
If you haven't already and you are watching right now, go ahead and join the Barcast on Pimfictions. That way you can make sure to tune in for next week when we have... Milk, who do we have?
Oh my god, you guys.
So professional.
You're wrong. It's Famous Last Words with Seventh Heaven joining along to, for all the, I was going to say hedonism.
Horribleness.
The
Horrible.
shilling. Yeah. Circle jerking.
Chilling. We also have a Patreon. Please donate it to it. All the money just goes to horses, not to us. We want to help support horse rescue.
And you also have a contest.
Yes, and we have a contest that ends at the end of the month. It's the Make Spike Suffer contest. If you feel like writing something for it, there's a page in the Barcast forum about it. Seriously, you don't have to just write about him being killed by a tractor or something. You can figure it out. I have faith in you guys. It'll be fun. There's cash prizes.
Actual cash prizes.
Woo!
So that concludes this week's Barcast. Thank you for tuning in. Your bartenders for this evening have been a non-pencil.
I talked about masturbation today.
Enigmatic Otaku.
Quick, close the blast doors. Bleh.
Flammenwerfer.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, buckos.
Milk.
Bye.
And of course, our wonderful guest, Lise Eclaire.
Vita brevis ars aeternum.
And my name's Flutterpriest. This week's drink is the tongue special. Go ahead and just make any drink you want, and then instead of getting out any sort of way to stir it, just stir it with your tongue. Have a great weekend.